feet. Here's Mills. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by
David, what is it you like about the way this team is playing right now?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Kawhi Leonard with a strong double-double, points and rebounds. He was a force that was not going to be denied with his efforts both on offense and defense.
There's no question about it. As far as small forwards go, Kawhi Leonard is right up there with the best of them. You know if you leave him open, he's going to knock it down every look he gets. But what makes him elite is his stifling brand of D.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous. He feeds off that support.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From
You definitely came to play tonight, but your teammates did not. How disappointed are you in them?
I'm disappointed for sure. I don't ever want to lose, but this is on me as much as it is anybody else. Look, you could always do more. We'll figure it out, though. I have all the faith in the world in these guys.
They really had your number out there tonight, and it wasn't even close. What happened?
I didn't have any help, that's what happened. They were focused on locking me down all night, and when no one else steps up and fills that void, of course we're going to get blown out. Coach got a lot of work to do if he wants to fix this before next game. So get to it, Coach.
I saw your longtime girlfriend, Yvette Mendenhall, was in attendance at the game today. So when are you going to get her a ring?
Whoa. All right, I didn't know we were going to get all personal up in here tonight. If there's anything I learned after my first season in the NBA, is that it's best to keep my personal life private. So that's what I'm going to do. Me and Yvette are happy, just like we've always been. She means the world to me, and that's all I'm going to say. All right, I'm out.
NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now, and 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now, and 2K TV has all the details. Plus,
DJ Khaled. Convict music. We the best. We taking over. Listen. Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it's warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring for the Knicks. This is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Fellas, it is quite clear that Anthony Davis is one of the best players in the league with his contract done and his stardom. Should New Orleans be feeling the pressure to go deep in the playoffs, Shaq?
Well, I don't know what team he's going to be with, but any team with Anthony Davis should be, at very least, a playoff team, Ernie. Winning will keep him happy and up the chances he stays in New Orleans for the long haul, but this guy is woo-wee.
Yeah. Woo-wee.
The real deal.
I mean, he came from the depths of the bottom of the sea to get to where he is because the guy was 6'1" as a junior in high school.
What's up?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
How's the family? CC good?
Yeah, she's good. They're all good. Nice knowing you have family to have your back all the time.
For sure. Got to keep that support system in place. Makes a big difference over a long season. Good luck tonight, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, you know we're taking this one, right?
Not a chance, freak.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Welcome to New York City, the home of the Knicks. And, of course, Alexis Ajinski. This is their first game without him.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Evans kicks to Cole. Screened by Sanders. Cole dishes to Davis. Lopez with the steal. Anthony right side. He feeds it to Freak. The Knicks rebound. Another shot. And the rejection by Sanders. And that's Evans penetrating. Gordon. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
And New York making a change here. Williams has checked in.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Freak sets a screen for a follow. Lopez passes to Freak. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Freak's agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives and how he gets deals done, but that's not for you and I to debate.
No.
You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Dom. And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step, man. Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it, so that shouldn't come as any surprise.
2 shots. That one is off. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Porzingis. And then for New Orleans, Omer Asik. He's checked in for Anthony Davis. Cunningham comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Pondexter in for Gordon. He doesn't get the second one. Pass to Mills. Screen by Asik. And Mills kicks to Asik. He got right to the cup using that screen. Asik's got his first points of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
There's Williams with the 3. New York, no good that time either. Pelicans leading by 4. Out left to the wing. Cunningham kicks to Anderson. Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room from the arc. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Mills. Anderson's got himself on the board with 3 there. The Knicks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Freak dishes to Williams. Feeds to...
Right there, the height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots.
Let's take a look at where the Pelicans sit right now.
Get some ball movement and run something on
Turnover. 6th and fewest turnovers per game. And they are in the top third of the league in assists. With the quality of players they have, you thought they might be better there, but not bad.
And you mentioned their points off turnovers. That stat gives you some idea of how they play the game at both ends. It's all about attack basketball.
Cunningham passes to Anderson. Screen by Asik. 5 on the clock. The 3 from Mills. Knicks with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
Count that one. Green's got his first bucket in this one.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. New Orleans moving the ball around. Shot's good by Mills.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Now here's Freak, covered by Mills. Mills with the steal. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Here's Cunningham. And that one goes long. Pushing it up. And he lobs it up. And Green slams it in.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
What a terrific shot. Those Hail Mary buckets always take your breath away.
And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about... Well, I'll tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys.
Different look for New York. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Porzingis comes in for Williams. And Freak subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. Anderson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Mills comes in for Cole. So for New Orleans right now, The big men are Anderson and Davis. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3, and it's Mills in at the point guard position. Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs put forth a nice effort. He dropped in a handful of attacks and getting to the free throw line. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact.
Play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
So for the Knicks, Thomas Robinson comes in for Porzingis, and it's Gerald Green in for Roten. New Orleans also making some changes. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Cunningham comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Pondexter in for Gordon. And here's Mills from the arc. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Freak kicks to Robinson. Outside Anthony. Lets it go from deep. That one goes. Count it. Anthony's got 12 points.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do.
NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now, and 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season.
You know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Ha! Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on. With it. Come on with it. With it. Me and you getting it on. Don't even go there. Come on with it. Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel. Airing out the stage like a Neville. Brother, leave you. Dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Ha, ha. Hip hop is separated by the nice and the nice not. Underground and I'm ice hot. What rap my age to keep the mic hot? Ha, ha. Couple hip hop butter beans. Big sluggers move with me, it's a gutter team. I love women who know the boom from the back. OG still could fill a room when he rap. Mike Blessing in a recession is food giving back to occupy labels that move, didn't wax now. Here come Bumpy on a primo track to represent hip hop from where we go back. Crack.
Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it.
Cause you know what we got to do.
Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it. Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
I let the beat keep breathing while I spit life to you heathens. You in the wrong place, to be real, reasons. I usually don't spit corny styles like that cause I'm too seasoned. How you sending links trying to get on you stink. MCs don't give a what you think. Rapping if it's beef I hit a brinks and put that kind of paper on your head to make a lot of blink. Now think, wouldn't you rather keep it music than to lose it all cause of music? I'm sure that's not how Bambaataa wanted us to use it. Now move it before I lose it. And I'm in it for the long haul. Bars, like lifers in a long haul. Bar, My life rocking mics, I raised the bar. Phased them, dazed them, and blazed them all. Scar, come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it, cause you know what we got to do. Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Word up, come on with it. Crazy, once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere. Real cinema, the feature's a top feature. Whose favorite MC is the Bronx teacher? Flows long around hooks so the words reach you. Joe Jackson on you, mic up, beat you. Now beat it before I pull his Tito. In your ego, it's front page news, read it. My style is the barker over beats like Travis, I bark 'em. Spark 'em, overwritten flows like overflowing toilet bowls. The game is a mess. Beef ain't really over with. The only way for me to get over it is to aim at your chest. I rock with a DJ who sets the tone, plugs in 2 12s and a microphone, and I don't stop rocking the beats and keep rocking. As long as the streets hear heat, they keep popping. Come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it, cause you know what we got to do. Come on.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sideline. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Spurs in an interconference battle here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Mozgov in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Ginobili. Just 4 to shoot. Baseline try. And he gets it to go.
We all know how explosive Kyrie Irving is offensively. But as his team becomes a contender, he's looking to improve at the defensive end of the floor as well. And I think he will.
Here's Ginobili. And James pulls it down.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And for Kyrie Irving, good size at 6'3", obviously a good athlete, versatile player. Greg, why do you think he's struggling defensively?
Kevin, I think it's a matter of intensity. I mean, he's had to carry such a big load on the offensive end. Now with more help, there's no excuse for him not to develop in terms of his impact on the defensive side.
Parker's shot is off. And so here's Cleveland. LeBron kicks to Smith. Picked by Mozgov. Feeds it to Love. Kicks it out to LeBron. San Antonio with the rebound. Parker with no one around. And it's off the back rim. No good.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Parker passes to Aldridge. Kicks to Ginobili. To the right side. All sorts of time. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Ginobili. The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Love against Aldridge. Love goes in. Can't get it to go. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And here are the Cavaliers now. James kicks to Smith. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Nice D from Aldridge. Spurs trail by 4.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
And that one's good, Irving.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Duncan. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
I tell you what, at this point in his career, it is safe to say, actually has been for a while, that Duncan might be one of the best power forwards ever. He is, clearly. 5 rings, 50-win seasons, his whole career. The complete package on the box.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. West is checked in for Aldridge. Kyle Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Martin's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Parker. And the Spurs with possession following the score by Cleveland. Mills dishes to West. Good!
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
And Duncan, who briefly contemplated retiring after last season, showed in the playoffs, Greg, he is still very much at the top of his game.
Listen, Tim Duncan, for me, is the greatest power forward to ever play the game, although Pop will tell you he's... actually a center in the power forward's body. Hey, what a great matchup. Yeah, how great was he, I should say, in the matchup against the Clippers last season. And throughout his career, he has been more consistent than a clock. I mean, it doesn't matter the year or who he's up against. This guy just finds a way to leave his mark on the game.
The Spurs making a switch here. Diaw's checked in. LeBron against Martin. James, the pass to Thompson. That is good. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Anderson with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And it's Shumpert penetrating. And finished off by LeBron.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out, and fortunately for me, I don't have any.
Spurs trail by 10. Pass to Diaw. And there's the 3-second violation. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Kevin Martin. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. Out to Shumpert. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Shumpert's got his first 3 points of the game.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Passes it to Mills. On the wing, Green. That one's rebounded by Dellavedova.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. 7 seconds left to play here in the first. Mills dishes to Green. 1 second left, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Boy, have they come out strong. Just some tremendous offense.
Guys fully in control and stroking it well.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Shumpert in the 3 spot.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face. And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Spurs passing it around. Mozgov with the steal. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Kevin Martin is checked in for San Antonio. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the third fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for Martin. That's good. And it's 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And it's Smith missing.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Parker passes to Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
Well, wide open look for Love. And that one's good. Mozgov's got his second basket of the game.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Irving kicks to Love. The pass to Smith. Inside. Here's Mozgov. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Shumpert with some nice D.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of.
Rhythm. Timeout called, Cleveland.
Can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players, passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. James checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving.
J.R. Smith. That's his first personal foul.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Ginobili attacking. Just 5 on the clock. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Cavaliers ball.
1:46 left in the first half. Getting back to Duncan's rebounding, he's always had the great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those rebounds. But what seems to separate him is his quiet toughness. He'll never back down.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, he's not a guy that's going to yell or pump his fist. He's not going to flex his muscles to the crowd. He just silently assassinates you
well said.
out on the floor.
You're right. You're so right.
Timeout Spurs.
You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team, and they prove you wrong. But Popovich said last year he feels it might actually be the case.
They double-team Ginobili. And stolen by Fry. Here we go, James into the hoop.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about,
sir.
guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
Boy, they've got them on their heels the way they've been running the ball up and down, right down their throat.
Yeah, some explosive plays we're seeing now in transition have really keyed this run.
You know, one thing about this San Antonio team, they just didn't go away last year. Pop himself said he felt they peaked in the 2014 finals.
You know, and you wonder if what Pop said is true. Spurs lost in the first round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that organization, they'll still be competing, I believe, for quite some time.
And the shot falls short this time.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And both free throws good for James. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Martin dishes to Mills. The three from Anderson. The shot is off. 1 second left. Got a piece of it. So as we conclude.
More levels, more devils. Diesel.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store.
What a game for LeBron. 12 points and 6 assists.
And with the ball in his hands, he's made terrific passes, but also when he's gotten to the line, he's been consistent as well.
Yeah, I like that combination, guys. I mean, going to make your coach happy when you're getting it done in those areas, taking care of the ball, finding your teammates, and then knocking down free throws. Those are winning things.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make.
Manu and Kawhi filling out the perimeter. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. That's the San Antonio 5.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Ginobili draws the double. Leonard on the wing, covered by LeBron. Leonard kicks to Duncan. Mozgov with the steal. And James throws it down.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
San Antonio calls timeout. Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
A slight... Before the 2000 physical with Tony really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Mozgov passes to Smith. That 3 off the mark.
And, you know, getting back to Popovich's relationship with Tony Parker, Pop made the decision to draft Parker. So he obviously saw something. But Pop's a perfectionist, and if you're going to play point guard for him, you've got to deliver consistently.
Right side, Green. It's stolen by Smith. Leonard with the steal. Here's Green. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
James dishes to Mozgov. Love kicks to LeBron. And the officials call a traveling violation.
A couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
Time to just slow it down, make the simple play, and get a good shot.
Shumpert, who's checked in for J.R. Smith. San Antonio again missing.
And talking about Tony Parker, Pop's tough love with him really paid off. Tony eventually became incredibly consistent, culminating with him being named the Finals MVP back in 07.
It's off his foot. And the ref's saying he kicked it. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Parker.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Now here's LeBron. 16 points for him.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for James. Cleveland leading by 22. West with the steal. Here's Leonard. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
The Spurs making a switch here. Diaz checked in. And then for Cleveland, Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. And Channing Frye's subbed in for Kevin Love. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
West passes to Anderson.
Cleveland foul call. Tristan Thompson.
And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they drafted him back in 2014, but he spent pretty much the entire season on the pine.
Yeah, and you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
Frye at the elbow. Stolen by Anderson. West up on top. Trying his luck deep. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
You know, talking about Kyle Anderson, he's a bit of a polarizing prospect, has a multifaceted skill set. I mean, excellent court vision, outstanding length, doesn't have elite athleticism, absolutely needs to get stronger, but he's got a lot of game.
Clock at 6. Fades away, but they recover it. Shumpert dishes to Dellavedova. Knocks down the 3-ball. Dellavedova's got 10.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
In transition, here comes San Antonio. Martin with the ball. Here's Dellavedova. He's got 10. Here's Irving. 20 feet out.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers ahead, running away with it. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's LeBron in the 3 spot. Love kicks to Smith. Back to Love. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. And stolen by James. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. A look from Love. Good, and the assist goes to James. 6 points for Love. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
LeBron passes to Smith. Wide open. Ginobili with the steal. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. The shot misses. Smith with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers leading by 21. LeBron can't get it to go.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Anderson. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kevin Martin. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Martin's checked in for San Antonio. Off the inbound. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That was perfectly designed, Kevin. An easy dunk on that inbounds play.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Dellavedova dishes to Love. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. 5 on the clock. LeBron with another miss.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Smith goes to LeBron. James has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's Parker. And it's good off the back rim and in. The Cavaliers leading by 20. LeBron kicks to Smith. Smith missing again. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Leonard attacking. Duncan kicks to Martin. Offline with his 3. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. LeBron passes to Smith. Again, the miss by Smith.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
Duncan dishes to Parker. The second chance effort. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Irving's checked in.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
It's stolen by Duncan. Here's Leonard. And he camps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Well, I like the fact that we can still see a flicker of a flame burning. They haven't given up or given in. They've picked it up at both ends and right now on a nice run.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 15. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
The Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in. .131 left in the fourth quarter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Irving from long range. Cleveland the rebound. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Cavaliers lead by 17.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Cleveland.
Their superior ball handling won it for him here, Clark.
Well, Kevin, when you squeeze the orange, you get more shot opportunities, and that's always a good thing.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for LeBron James. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're ahead by 15. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. And Fry kicks to Shumpert. Good.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
No luck. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Green kicks to Leonard. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The shot's good from Irving.
For 3.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the
miss by Irving. Nobody near Leonard. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was
NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now. And 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now. And 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now. And 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave, financial responsibility, just getting tired. In my case, the Hack of Shaq was created. I was getting beat up too much, and I heard my main man, Dick Vitale, say if Shaq leaves, he'll be the #1 pick. So I didn't want to go back, get hurt, and possibly drop.
And so it's New Orleans with it. It's a three-point game. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, and that was a night where they just didn't seem to be the type of team that we've grown accustomed to seeing. I mean, it was more about them being individuals on the floor than the collective unit.
Guys, I think it was simply a vacuum of leadership. Nobody really gathered the team and tried to rally them or pull them together. That was most disappointing about the loss to me.
Freak, he's in at the point. Robin Lopez out there with Robinson. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's Anthony in at small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs put forth a nice effort. He notched a few points, and a lot of those points coming via free throw, as is usually the case with him. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GM?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court and park whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step. And Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it, so that shouldn't come as any surprise.
And Freak's agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives and how he gets... done, but that's not for you and I to debate.
No.
You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Don.
Come on, lock it up, fellas. Lock it up.
And both free throws good from Freak. Pelicans trail by 3. Now Mills. 8 points for him. The feed to Anderson. 2 on the clock. Robinson with the block. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Shape up. Shape up.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Knicks lead by 3.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Here's Anthony. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with Sanders. And it's Cole in at the 1 spot. Anthony kicks to Freak. Comes up empty down low.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's Evans in the corner. Can't tie it up as that one misses. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing. Just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Evans against Anthony. Lopez right side. He kicks to Freak. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Pelicans trail. And now here comes Cole, leading the break. He feeds it to Davis for the lead. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Inside, Anthony. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Gordon with a screen on Lopez. Davis kicks to Gordon. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And 12 points for Eric Gordon.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Holman here now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Tony Roten. Doris, what's the update?
Well, gentlemen, New York's head athletic trainer gave me an update. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Hopefully we'll see him very soon.
Well, they like him back as quick as possible, but they also want him healthy.
5 on the clock. Back to Gordon for 3. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Porzingis. He dishes it to Carmelo. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Evans dishes to Gordon. Sanders with a screen on a follow. Screen by Sanders. Here's Gordon. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Gordon's got 14 points.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Here's Freak, and the layup's good off the glass. Freak's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto. Things going their way so far in the season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Knicks. They're sitting in 3rd place.
Well, I think for New York, they have hit the ground running this year. The work they did in the offseason has paid huge dividends right away.
Sure it has. I mean, they came out of the preseason with a real air of confidence. There may not have been many outsiders who believed in them, but now plenty of people do.
Shots good by Mills.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here's O'Quinn. Here's Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact. He'll shoot 2. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New York.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Anthony's checked in for New York. Both free throws good from Green. Here's Mills. He's got 10. Passes it to Ashik. Kicks to Pondexter. Banked in off the glass. And here's Freak. He's got 8. 1:29 left in the 3rd. Outside, Green. Fires for three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Yeah, you know, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. Well, last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted back.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
And a wide-open look for Freak. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Pelicans trail by 4. And Mills kicks to Anderson. New Orleans moving the ball around. That 3 off the mark.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And Green gets it to go.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Here's Freak. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now it's a 10-point New York lead. Mills passes to Anderson. Deep 2 from Pondexter, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Knicks out front, up 10. And the final period of play just about to start. For the Knicks, Robin Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Anthony comes in for Derek Williams. And Freak subbed in for Gerald Green. Anderson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Mills comes in for Norris Cole. Freak in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Afflalo in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
Anthony dishes to Green. Now the pass to Freak. And the rejection by Sanders. 3 on 3. Here's Pondexter. Excellent D there from Anthony.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Here's Freak. Buries the 20-footer. And the Knicks lead by 14.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Jacks up a 3. Offline. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Good win.
Good win, Freak. We'll get y'all next time.
I don't know, man. Think you better get used to this feeling.
Freak, getting that confidence level up. I like it.
That's always been there. You know that.
True that. Yo, hit me up later. Got a few things we should talk about.
Okay, cool. I will.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Carmelo Anthony. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now. And 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now. And 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now. And 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now. And 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. The prelude is out now. And 2K TV.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And Jabari Parker is a guy we'll have our eye on tonight. Had to sit out most of last season after he tore the ACL. Shaq, you still have to like the kid's future.
You know what I like him, Ernie? He showed us that he can score consistently on the NBA level. He had an early setback, but he's motivated as any young player. I know you've seen his commercials. He's coming back with a vengeance.
He's coming back with a vengeance, and he's a very efficient scorer at his position. And for his age, he's got a great deal of skill. And I think he's the forgotten man in Milwaukee because they made the playoffs. But this guy was their best player before that happened.
The game is coming up shortly. It's time to get down to Kevin Harlan. Kevin.
The Statue of Liberty beckoning brightly, a landmark feature here in New York City. We're coming at you from beautiful New York City as the Knicks prepare to take the home court. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, Jose Calderon. Without his presence, they'll have to overcome the hole there.
You know what the trade means to
the Knicks with the lead. Out left to the wing. Here's O'Quinn. Open jump shot off the mark.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Antetokounmpo against Williams. Stolen by O'Quinn. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Anthony leading the charge. Williams a screen. It's Anthony with the drive. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
The Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Detroit Pistons.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
Henson the pass to Vaughn. 1:29 left in the first quarter of the game. 6 to shoot. It's deflected. Williams with the steal. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Anthony drives in. There's the feed to Freak. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Freak's got himself on the board with 3 there. Bucks trail by 5. Carter Williams kicks to Henson. Antetokounmpo against Anthony. The pass to Vaughn. The dish to Henson. Here's Vaughn. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Antetokounmpo misses off the right iron.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Releases from 15. They get it again. Henson dishes to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Carter Williams. Henson sets a screen for Carter Williams. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks lead by 7. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested in this franchise. Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
And you know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for New York.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. Jabari Parker is out there with Greg Monroe. And it's Inglis in at the 3. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans really lit it up. He finished with 15 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And Middleton kicks to Monroe. Parker inside, working on Williams. And that one's good. 6 points for Parker.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Playing Winning as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. In fourth, the Bucks.
There's the ball freely. Will create opportunities for the right player to score more times than not. They don't have to force it. Everybody recognizes that if they move and get open, the ball will find them.
The Knicks making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Porzingis passes to Freak. New York moving the ball around. Inside. Here's a Flalo. It's tipped. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Lopez against Monroe. Can't hit. And New York the other way now. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And they tailored a fantastic, I thought, offensive game plan. And that went, I mean, they knew exactly how to exploit the holes in that defense.
And exploit them they did. I mean, they exposed them tremendously. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game that the defense really never had an answer.
Here's Parker. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots in the game right here.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Lopez. Shoots from 14. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Knicks, third best record here in the early going. And, of course, the Bucks, a game behind.
Well, I think for New York, they have performed above and beyond expectations thus far. As good as they've been, is it fair to wonder just how long they can keep this up?
Of course it is. I mean, I'll tell you this. They may have snuck up on some of their opponents here in the early season, but they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. Teams will be ready for them.
And it's good. Robinson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Middleton outside. Monroe outside. He dishes it to Carter Williams. Screened by Monroe. In the corner, Middleton with it. Three-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. And that's now 6 points for Chris Middleton. The Knicks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Flalo kicks to Grant. There's a screen by Robinson. Grant with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. The Bucks trail. A moment to check in with Dorisburg. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Bucks ahead.
Well, Carmelo, some great...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a Freaks checked in for Grant. 90 seconds now into the second half. Freak, he's in at point guard. Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then there's Robin Lopez, and it's a Flalo in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. It's rebounded by New York.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Anthony up on top, covered by Parker. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Kicks it to Carter Williams. Monroe dishes to Carter Williams. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Antetokounmpo. 9th in steals. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And talk about highway robbery. I mean, jumping the passing lanes, snatching away your dribble. He'll take it from you.
Damian Inglis has checked in for Antetokounmpo. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Carter Williams, the pass to Inglis. Monroe laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Monroe's got the lead up.
They hit the refuting less than 40% from the field before the break.
But the defense allowed them to stay in it, and now with the offense looking rejuvenated, they've got to be feeling confident.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. And New York making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in.
Kyle O'Quinn.
Carter Williams, a screen on a follow. And it's Parker in the corner. Feeds it to Carter Williams. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Monroe down low. O'Quinn defending. Monroe, no good.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And a wide open look for Freak. And again, New York with the triple.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
And now a quick rundown of the leading free throw shooters at small forward this year. It's a pretty sure thing whenever one of them gets to the line. Number 1, Carmelo Anthony.
And that means he can afford to be very aggressive as a slasher because of how proficient he is at the line.
And, you know, if I was coaching him, I'd tell him to stay greedy trying to get to that line. As a matter of fact, he would never be able to satisfy me with his free throw attempt because I'd always push him to get more.
For the Knicks, Williams comes in for Porzingis, and it's Green in for Aaron Aflalo. And then for Milwaukee, John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Jarnell Stokes comes in for Jabari Parker, and it's Vaughn in for Chris Middleton. Both good from the line that time.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
That's good. 8 points now for Henson.
You know, everybody seems to be sleepwalking out there on defense, and it's been that way, guys, ever since they came out of the halftime locker room.
And the wide open shot from Green connects from three-point range.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Use that pick to get in close. Carter Williams has got 6 here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
1:03 left to play here in the third. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Carter Williams has got 14 points for the game.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
They set the pick. Passes it to Henson. Baseline try. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And it's Green with the jam.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
24 seconds left to play in the third. Henson. The shot will not go. Nice D from Freak. New York's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. And Green gets it to go.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Now Carter Williams, right wing. Here's Inglis. That really is range, and it's off target. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Different look for New York. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. McDaniels comes in for Derek Williams. And Freak subbed in for Grant. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Greg Monroe is out there with John Henson. And it's Carter Williams in at the point guard. Middleton outside. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Chris Middleton. The fourth quarter was all him. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me,
NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now.
I've seen it with my own eyes, how it getting otherwise without the luxury of leaving. The touch and feeling of free is untangible, technically is something we got to believe in. Connect the cause and the facts, one foot in front of the next. This is the start of a journey. And my mind is already gone, and the fear of the unknown somehow just doesn't concern me. And you can stand right there if you want, but I'm going on.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. The action tonight out at Time Warner Cable Arena as the Charlotte Hornets play against the New York Knicks. For New York, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. Fellas, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of excitement has been built around this new season. So far, it has not disappointed. Your thoughts, Shaq, on things so far?
Well, for the teams that are losing, it's been a disappointment. But for the teams that are winning, it's now about maintaining that consistency. See if you can make it to the playoffs, how far you can go in the playoffs, and, hey, maybe you can win a championship.
Well, to me, the league is just getting more and more athletic. All the offseason.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the New York Knicks come into town in this one. And it's been home cooking for the Hornets in the midst of a homestand here in Charlotte. And, of course, Jose Calderon. He won't be an option for them.
You know, what the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their younger players are ready to spread their wings and take on a little more responsibility. They're going to get more minutes for those guys.
Freak.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Outside, Walker. There's the screen. Pass to Batum. Shoots the 3. His shot is good, making her a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Freak kicks to Lopez. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. They get it back. Freak dishes to Lopez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
Zeller, he's checked in for the Hornets. Lopez hits them both. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Walker the pass to Batum. Back to Walker. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
There's a screen by Williams, and it's Walker penetrating. Williams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Williams has a screen for Kid Gilchrist. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Anthony on the wing. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from 14. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Anthony's got his second basket of the game.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Pick by Zeller. Walker goes in. Shot by Zeller, no good.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Here's Walker. 17 points for him last game against Toronto.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. He's guarded by Afflalo. He got right to the cup using that screen. Kid Gilchrist has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Outside, Walker. On the wing, Batum. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Well, it's still early in the season yet, but let's take a look at where the Hornets sit right now. 7th in three-point field goal percentage, 9th in assists, and they're in the top half of the league in free throw shooting as well. Pretty good, but they could certainly stand some improvement there.
And they've also enjoyed a lot of success from beyond the arc. I mean, as you can see by that top 10 ranking in three-point percentage, that's a shot they should continue to feature in their offense.
Hornets have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. From deep. Offensive rebound. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to Milwaukee.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard, probably their weakest area in that game.
Well, they weren't doing their work early. They weren't carving out space for themselves under the glass. And guys just weren't working hard enough in my estimation.
Now here's Zeller. O'Quinn defending. Walker goes in. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Down low. Kaminsky dishes to Zeller. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. The Knicks leading by 5. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
Walker with it. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Shot to stop the run, and Anthony sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Here's Lee. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. It's the Knicks. They're up by 7. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor. You know, he may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out for Kemba, who needs to shoot. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Jefferson. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Marvin Williams. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. And Walker subbed in for Jeremy Lin. On the court for the Knicks, Freak in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Aflalo in at the shooting guard position. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks played just phenomenally. He had 11 points and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. It was a great contribution from someone who's considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
Just 5 to shoot. Walker with a clean look, and he hits it to tie the game up. Walker's got 5 points so far.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And here's Anthony from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
And now, in transition, it's a Flalo. Here we go.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And so Aaron Aflalo nails both of them.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Hornets trail by 5. The pass to Kid Gilchrist. Dishes it to Kaminsky. The jump hook. A nice shot by Zeller.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
There's the pick. Anthony drives in. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Heck, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Walker against the Flalo. Outside, Walker. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And we're through the first half of basketball.
No, Carmelo, after this first half.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground. Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Jefferson. Lee comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. We've got Williams. Lee out there with Jeremy Lin. Then there's Batum. And it's Zeller in at the 5. So that's the Hornets 5. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
And Green gets it to go.
And don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that to come. I mean, when he gets going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
Got a hand on it.
Move it.
He dishes it to Freak. From beyond the arc, Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Lynn, and it's blocked by O'Quinn, and he's able to get it back.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
There's the lob to the hoop, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Lynn with it, out defended by Freak. It's stolen by Green. And Williams, here we go. A baseline J, and he hits the jumper for 2. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
They set the pick. Lee kicks to Batum. Again, Batum missing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Lee against Green. 26 seconds left in the third. Lee with the block. Hornets leading by 7. outside, Lynn. With 1 on the clock, and O'Quinn sends it back. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Hornets on top. They're up by 9. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the fight. And some changes here for the Hornets. Williams, he's checked in for Zeller. And it's Batum in for Jeremy Lin. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Freak's checked in for Tony Roten. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Freak, he's in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo, and it's Anthony in at the small forward position.
It's been an outstanding game for Jefferson tonight. He's got 13 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
The second half has it gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had 1 before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Passes it to Porzingis. Oh, and they take the lead. And the Knicks lead by 1.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford was going over with his team. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
Here's Jefferson, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Walker.
That's the wall.
Jefferson down low. Will not drop through. That miss puts him at 6 for 10. There's a good screen. It's Anthony with the drive. Stolen by Walker. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. No good. And New York the other way now.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Pass to Porzingis. On the wing of Flalo. Feeds to Freak. Shoots from the elbow. Money!
No, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
All right, Charlotte.
And it's Walker, top of the key. Kicks it to Jefferson. Shot from 12. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Boy, just look at what Jefferson is doing.
And it's the Nets with the ball. Freak passes to a flower. Anthony against Kid Gilchrist. Here's Porzingis. Pocket 6. There's Freak. Oh, off target.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
Now, here's Walker. The dish to Jefferson.
That's the wall.
Oh, no good. So a close game sees New York take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through.
Carmelo, how were you able to take control of this?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you Carmelo Anthony.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight, no matter how.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Magic in Orlando. Well, for Orlando, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. And as we take a few moments here, Shaq, the term basketball IQ is constantly thrown around these days. What exactly is meant by that? Because I don't have it.
Ernie, I have no
IQ.
idea. You know, you can be smarter than me if you want to. You can be a Rhodes Scholar, but you know what I will do to you. Doesn't necessarily mean you make good decisions on the basketball court. Basketball IQ, that term is overrated.
Maybe
Ernie.
Kenny has an answer to this
one.
Well,
I think most people, when they first hear about it, they're talking about seeing the floor, having the ability to operate.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We are here in beautiful Jarrell Arthur. He's checked in for Fournier. Azanya comes in for Oladipo. And it's Peyton in for Brandon Jennings. And a new group in for the Knicks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Porzingis. Derek Williams comes in for Anthony. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Gerald Green. And Freak subbed in for Tony Rote. And New York, looking at who they've got. Freak in at point guard. Robin Lopez out there with Kyle Grant. Then it's Derek Williams. And it's Aflalo in at the 2. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Vucevic. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for New York. And Orlando has possession. 6-point game to the wing right side. Azanya. Aflalo pulls it in.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Feeds it to Freak. Dishes it to Williams. New York, no good that time either. For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against the Suns.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points. He really didn't offer much of a fight.
Just offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And that one's good.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
To the inside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Orlando shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
The Magic trail by 3. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I had a chance to speak briefly with Coach Nate McMillan. He said the player he'll be watching closely in this matchup is Thomas Robinson. He added, you have to respect the energy he brings to the game. That'll be the challenge for our bigs, is matching that energy and physicality. Guys, Robinson, a guy with a growing skill set, but it's still that athleticism and hustle that's really his calling card. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success. And a big-time run there. They are peaking at the right time here to take the lead.
Well, offense and defense, guys, are complementing each other really well here. This is good basketball to watch.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's the screen. Aldridge the pass to Atkins. Jumper off the screen. Excellent D there from Aflalo.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Freak kicks to Williams. Here's Freak. Here's Robinson, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes. Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focused 2 huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. He could become a real beast in this league.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Freak, he's in at the point. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. And it's Green, and it's O'Quinn in at the 5 down low. No one near Jennings as he lets it fly. Again, Jennings missing.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
There's Freak. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. It's Oladipo on the wing. Covered by Anthony. Launches it. And Victor Oladipo hits from deep. Oladipo's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Magic. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against Charlotte.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
There's Jennings with the 3. No good. So New York will take it the other way. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. And that will be the 3rd of this 6-game road trip. The drive by Green. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Outside Jennings. A 3-ball. Jennings with another miss.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Over in the corner, Green. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Roten's checked in for New York. And the first half comes to a conclusion.
Carmelo, I know that Coach...
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Excellent.
Substitute for the Knicks. Freak.
The Magic trail by 5. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Oladipo is out there with Jennings. And it's Fournier in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Vucevic. It's rebounded by Porzingis. New York's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Green against Jennings. Green dishes to Freak. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Anthony. There's Freak. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Freak's got the first bucket of the third here for the Knicks. The Magic shooting well, 50% from the floor. Jennings passes to Vucevic. He dishes it to Oladipo. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets really had a hard time. He chipped in his share of points and added 3 rebounds as well. He had just a really rough shooting night, and the rim seemed to have a lid on it for him. We'll see if the lid's been lifted here, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. What do you think held him back?
He certainly didn't seem to have the same level of energy that we're accustomed to seeing. I mean, he just looked a bit fatigued out there.
Yep, mentally and physically. I mean, it wasn't just he was a step slow. He also seemed to get down on himself and lose his energy and enthusiasm and confidence. He needs to find a spark here tonight.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
The Knicks have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. The Magic trail by 7. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. They set the pick, and Vucevic kicks to Oladipo. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And play stops, whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Jennings with the bucket.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The Knicks leading by 4. Anthony kicks to O'Quinn. Wide open. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. O'Quinn's got 5 now.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
And here's Vucevic. 6 points for him. Jennings kicks to Vucevic, and O'Quinn sends it back. Anthony left side. Ring shot on the way. The shot misses. The Magic go the other way with it. This, their first look at this year's New York squad.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it, but one of them has got to win tonight.
Orlando making some changes. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Vucevic. Arthur comes in for Gordon, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Brandon Jennings. And then for New York, Lopez, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Williams comes in for Porzingis, and it's Afflalo in for Green. And Fournier kicks to Payton, 4 on the shot clock. For 3, rebounded by Anthony. The Knicks leading by 6. The feed to Freak. New York, no good that time either. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And it's blocked. Out of bounds, Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession for the Knicks. Robinson comes in for Anthony. And it's Tony Roten in for... New York's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Freak, he's in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Anthony, and it's Green in at the 2 spot. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Jennings dishes to Oladipo. Vucevic is screen on Green. Oladipo, the pass to Vucevic. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closer. Porzingis passes to Freak. Anthony kicks to O'Quinn. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Jennings with the ball. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Here's Gordon. Misses off the right iron. New York leading by 7. Green dishes to Freak. And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Freak. To the middle. Out to Anthony. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Freak. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 4th assist in this one.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
It's back to Jennings. And it's blocked.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
That pushes it to double digits. And it's an 11-point Knicks lead.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
To the inside, deflects the pass. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Jennings. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And that one's good.
Now that could be a major moment in this game. Mark your clock right now. Just when we thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time.
Yeah, but they're still in the driver's seat right now. I'm not sure the comeback is fully off.
You're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. We're going to give up the drive, but we have to rotate on the weak side to get there.
New York leading by 7. To the middle. O'Quinn the pass to Porzingis. And a wide open look for Freak. Drills it from outside. Freak's got 10 points in just the second half. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Outside Jennings. It's Oladipo on the wing. Launches it. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That will be foul number 5 on him. The Knicks making a switch. For the Magic. Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Vucevic. Arthur comes in for Gordon. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Brandon Jennings. Robin Lopez is checked in for the Knicks. Freak comes in for Roten. To the paint. Sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Here's Freak. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke. So a close game sees New York take this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony. He made all the key plays every step of the... And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now, and 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now, and 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, the prelude is out now, and 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. Hey, let's talk about Ricky Rubio, the Spanish playmaker. A good example, Kenny, of a guy whose impact goes beyond the stat sheet.
Sí, defensivo es muy bien, pero a little bit underrated as an offensive player as well. I was going to go the whole thing in Spanish, but
thank you for not.
You know, this. I am very bilingual, but he jumps the passing legs on the defense. He's 6'4", rangy.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting New York Knicks. At center, Kyle O'Quinn. At center, Kyle O'Quinn.
It's a road game for the Knicks, and they're facing an interconference foe today. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at the Timberwolves. After dropping the first 3 games of the season, they need to turn it around. And a long time in the making for one tremendous young athlete. We'll get a look tonight at the first ever NBA start from Freak.
Yeah, we knew it would come at some point. This young man is just too talented to not be in the starting lineup. His time has come.
Yes, it has. I mean, he's clearly proven to the powers that be in that organization that he's ready. I mean, let's see if he can make the most of the chance he's been given.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. Freak in at point guard. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Aflalo in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Levine. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
There's the pick. And Rubio kicks to Scott. Can't hit, so New York will take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
That is good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he can't get the first one.
Andrew Wiggins. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Tries it from 19. And it's Freak missing. The Timberwolves have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
Coach told me they're hoping to overcome the problems a player like Carmelo Anthony presents to defenses. He said Melo's combination of strength, size, and skill set make it very difficult to keep him from scoring each trip down the floor. What he is hoping for is to throw different looks at Melo to keep him out of his rhythm and to try to work from there.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Rubio following the basket by Freak. They set the screen. Levine dishes to Scott. Rubio lets it fly. And it's Freak with the rebound.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look and go. That's one you got to take.
The shot's good from O'Quinn. O'Quinn's got his first bucket of the night.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transitions.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Pass to Porzingis. Dishes to O'Quinn. The 9-foot shot. And it falls over the rim and in. 6 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Puts it up from 12 and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second.
Here's an opportunity for us now to focus on some small forwards who play anything but small. The leading shot blockers at the 3 spot. Andrew Wiggins, number 1.
And typically you have your centers or power forwards contesting. the shots down low, but he can come flying in from the wing to block shots.
That's a specialty of his. We call it the rear view challenge, or coming from the weak side. He catches so many shooters by surprise, coming in to provide defensive help at the right time and denying shots.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Mike Scott, and Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Levine. Luis Scola, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Thornton comes in for Wiggins. Knicks have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Here's Green. Here's Lopez. No luck. Excellent D there for Scola. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Rubio with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Knicks trail by 3. Freak passes to Roten. To the inside. Here's Lopez. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. James here now for a 3-point play. Timberwolves shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Towns. Then there's Shabazz Muhammad. And it's Levine in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. So it's the Knicks now. It's their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Exactly. I mean, when you lose as much as they did last year, you'll get beat by teams that aren't playoff powers for sure.
Here's Levine, following the score by New York. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Hey, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Oh, Quinn can't hit.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now here's Muhammad. His last outing, he had 8 points.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
New York trailing. Freak kicks to Anthony. He feeds it to Roten. That's to Porzingis. New York moving the ball around. Freak dishes to Anthony. They set the pick. Minnesota with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic was simply terrific. He ended with 14 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following the 3-point attempt by Freak. Levine can't hit.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Muhammad, the pass to Levine. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And that one hits back iron. Freak sets a screen for Anthony. He dishes it to a Flalo. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Here's Levine. Some solid defense from Freak. For New York, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Anthony kicks to O'Quinn. Shoots from the baseline. Scott pulls it in. Minnesota in the lead. Kicks to Towns. Now here's Muhammad. He's guarded by a follow. Off the pick. And O'Quinn sends it back. outside Anthony. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. Here's Levine. He's got 7. And that one's good. Levine's got 6 here in this quarter.
Fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
All right, target center, coming out of the court now are your Timberwolves dancers.
As we get this season underway, let's see how the Timberwolves have done so far. Hey, stats. Second in free throw percentage, 5th in scoring, and they're in the top 3rd in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
And you mentioned their free throw shooting. Not a team you can get careless with defensively. They make you pay. Sealing games at the line.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Towns. Thornton comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Levine.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Thornton dishes to Scott. He kicks it to Rubio. Sinks the three-pointer. Rubio's got 8 points.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Freak passes to Robinson. Freak kicks to Williams. Scott against Robinson. Green left side. Lets it go with the 3. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 8. On the wing, Thornton pulls it up. Can't get it to go. And New York will come the other way.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Williams. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And it's Rubio penetrating. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Well, it's obvious the difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive boards.
He had plenty of second chance points. Also keeps the opponent out of transition, not resting on their lead, staying active.
On its way from Thornton for 2, and that one comes up a bit short.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. But Timberwolves on top. They're up by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back moment.
All right, target center, coming out of the court.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. Freeze, he's in at the point. Kyle Quinn out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony. And it's Aflalo in at the 2. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The dish to Wiggins. Back to Rubio. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. While we can, let's get a quick check of our 2K leaderboard for a glimpse at one of the NBA's most elite groups. The top three-point shooting wingman in the league. Second, Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on that list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter, and you risk them blowing by you. But if you back off, you might get your feelings hurt.
Well, I think you've got to take the first approach, Greg. You got to get up into them. You can't give these guys any space to shoot the three.
The drive by Rubio. Here's
the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Gorgie Dang's checked in for Mike Scott. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
New York shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Freak. Here's O'Quinn. Here's Aflalo, and there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Nice work to get it inside. And
exactly. The defense determined not to line.
52 seconds left to play in the third. Zhang, a screen. Here's Levine. 14 points for him. Scott can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And Green gets it to go.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Down low. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
Thomas Robinson.
For Minnesota, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Thomas Robinson. The Knicks with the lead. Freak kicks to Williams. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Williams has got his third basket of the night.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Now, here's Thornton. He hits it from 9.
He is so adept at finishing in the low post.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Knicks lead by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. They've got Wiggins, Thornton out there with Levine. Then it's Mike Scott, and it's Zhang in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Marcus Thornton on the wing. Here's Levine. With some arc. And he stuffs that one home.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low. Really difficult for them to defend.
Freak dishes to Anthony. Lopez left side. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Rebound by Dang. Zhang's got 4 rebounds in this game. Levine kicks to Wiggins. Zhang, a screen. And here is Thornton. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Some changes for Minnesota. Towns, who's checked in for Zhang. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Marcus Thornton. And then for New York, Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Porzingis in for Derek Williams. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Shot clock at 2. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Another miss by Minnesota. And here's the fast break. Here's Anthony. Minnesota with the rebound. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Both defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the layup is up and in. And the Knicks lead by 2. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
I'll tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide-open shots like that.
Freak passes to O'Quinn. To the middle. Here's a Flalo. That's tipped, and they'll keep possession. They retain possession. The Knicks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's Freak. Gets the front of the rim and out.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Here's Wiggins. Shot's good. Wiggins has got 4 this quarter.
Definitely doing his part because he's made his share of clutch buckets here in the fourth.
The Knicks making a switch here. Rotman's checked in. Then for Minnesota, Zhang comes in for Scott, and Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Levine. And a switch here also for New York. Freaks checked in. Zhang dishes to Muhammad. Wiggins against the Flalo. 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Mike Scott's checked in for Minnesota. Zach LaVine comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. Here's Freak. Good. And the Knicks lead by 2. Minnesota with the ball. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Zhang a screen. And Rubio kicks to Levine. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Timberwolves ball. Timeout call for Minnesota.
Let's find out what
During that break, Minnesota's head coach had some words for his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Thanks again, Doris. Rubio. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's O'Quinn. Sinks that one from the post. Now it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves.
Lopez is checked in for New York.
Checking in for the Knicks, Robin Lopez.
.130 left in the fourth quarter. Rubio outside. Back to Scott. Wiggins outside. Down low. Kicks it out to Rubio. Drills the three-pointer.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there's even more in store.
For New York, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Freak kicks to Anthony. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Lopez penetrating.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Good on the first, and that put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
Clutch free throws there, fellas. This one's a barn burner, tight as me in an airport lavatory.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Anthony. Lets it go from 14. And he can't bank that one in. And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
And so it's New York with it. The pass to a Flowers. Freak sets a screen for a Flowers. Feeds to Anthony.
Count it! Just a fantastic effort they're getting from Anthony right now.
Aaron Aflalo. Timeout call for Minnesota. All right, Target Scouts, coming out of the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up. All right, fans, let's play
There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Wiggins from outside nails the triple.
And another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. Pass to Levine. Here's Scott, and Gordon Jang is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. So a close game sees New York take this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled.
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
How's your relationship with the coaching staff? Are the rumors of friction accurate?
Friction? Look, there's no friction here. I don't know where you're getting your information, but I've got a great relationship with the coaching staff here. A lot of respect for Coach, too. Anything else you think you're hearing is 100% false.
That was your first official game as a starter. How'd it feel?
That felt great. To me, this is a huge step on the way to living the dream. I can't wait to see what the future has in store. Like, I know if my man Vic has anything to say about it, that things are about to get crazy. Real crazy. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. All right, guys, bring it in. We're going to shift to some late-game situational drills now. We need to do a better job of closing teams out late. Coaches, set it up.
You got it out. Get your pitch down there. I got shoot. You got it out. Get your pitch down there. I got shoot. I'm outlet.
Okay, that's it for now. Make sure we're iced up and rested. Go ahead, keep shooting if you want.
Broadcast.